Hello everybody, this is Baka Zombie and welcome back to another Pokemon VGC video here on Pokemon Champions. And we have a new team for you this week. Now, this is a very interesting team, and it's taken me a couple tries to do this one because my streams was not cooperating with me, and two, the other night when I tried to record, every single team brought Milotic, and you can kind of see the problem that Milotic brings up against this team. I did change it a little bit. I can't even remember who used to be on the team that made it even worse matchup into Milotic, but we have a team that is based off of a team that I brought to a premium challenge once and got pretty high rating. It was a premium challenge that was taking place at a regional, so a little bit higher caliber battles, and still did pretty well with it. So we're going to see if we can make it to work today, and that is going to be a Mega Garchomp team. Now, Mega Garchomp Z is not out currently on Champions, but normal Garchomp is, and typically Mega Garchomp is seen as worse than the base Garchomp. That's for a couple of reasons, although it does get an attack boost, and its ability does increase its rock, ground, and steel-type moves in sand. Typically, the normal Garchomp's abilities of Rough Skin, as well as even Sand Veil in sand, are pretty good. Rough Skin is probably the ones you see more often. And then Mega Garchomp's speed is also slower than normal Garchomp. But though it does get attack increase, it is slower, which kind of makes it get outsped by a lot of important Pokemon in the current game. So it's just not as good in general. Also, you lose your item slot, which Garchomp really can take advantage of with things like Focus Sash and Choice Scarf. And when other items get added into the game, as well, like Life Orb and things. So you don't typically see Mega Garchomp, but I do really like it, so we're going to try to make it work today. Now, next to Mega Garchomp, I do have Choice Scarf Tyranitar, which is another thing you don't typically see. There's kind of a reason for it. I've noticed Choice Scarf Tyranitar hasn't aged as well as I remember it being when I used it before, especially because it does stop you from being able to use Earthquake with your Garchomp next to it because you can't protect. You could run Stomping Tantrum Garchomp, which might end up being some that we switch to later in this video, but so far I've been rocking the Earthquake. But with Choice Scarf Tyranitar, with Low Kick, Rock Slide, Knock Off, and Ice Punch, just to try and get as much damage out as we can. A lot of times, Tyranitar just ends up being a sacrificial lamb, which isn't the best thing, but we shall see how it goes. To round out the rest of the team, we do have a Corviknight who has Tailwind, Iron Head, Brave Bird, and Roost. Leftovers with Mirror Armor helps us to Reflect Intimidates, as well as get some speed control. And it's a nice Pokemon to sit next to Garchomp to get those Earthquakes off. Another Pokemon that allows us to get Earthquakes off easily is the Rotom. It has a Levitate ability, Citrus Berry. This is Rotom Wash, so we have Hydro Pump. Also have Discharge, because we can discharge an Earthquake with Garchomp and Rotom right next to each other. And then Volt Switch and Will-O-Wisp. Our two slower Mons that can kind of work with Trick Room, both of them have the option to use Trick Room, is Farigiraf and Sinestcha. Farigiraf also stops priority, has Cobra Berry to reduce the Dark type moves being used into it, like Knock Off, Darkest Lariat from Incineroar. It also has Helping Hand to boost the attacks of our ally Pokemon. Psychic Noise works really well against Sneasler, also stops any healing from the opponent, and then Foul Play to hit those heavily offensive attackers on the enemy side. And then last but not least, we have Sinestcha, has Hospitality to heal its ally Pokemon when it switches in. Mental Herb to stop Taunt, if they're trying to taunt us out of Rage Powder or Trick Room or even Life Dew. Life Dew helps us to kind of sustain a little bit, and then Matcha Gotcha is there to burn the enemy as well as hit Milotic pretty hard, because again, Milotic was being an issue previously. I haven't seen Milotic as much recently, but Lord knows it's going to come back as soon as I try to record this. So you can see the stats spread pretty quickly there. Also, if you want to try the team out for yourself, the code is on the screen right now and will be in the description below. If I end up changing Garchomp to Stomping Tantrum, the code's going to be different in the description, so be sure to check that if the code on the screen currently isn't working. Otherwise, guys, let's get into some battles and see how this runs. Our first matchup is against a rain team, so we got Weather Wars going. Now, Tyranitar is going to be setting up its weather before opposing Pokemon a lot more often. So we're probably going to want to keep him in the back. Rotom's a pretty good lead in general. It does have issues with Sinestcha. But outside of that, we're kind of good. We're gonna try and Volt Switch out as quick as we can. Now, Sableye does carry Fake Out, so I'm thinking about Farigiraf, but I don't know that Farigiraf really helps us outside of the Sableye. Sorry, I'm just button mashing here while I think. Corv doesn't really help. So we do want some kind of speed control in, so we might land on Sinestcha for that. Yeah, we might have to go for Farigiraf for our speed control. I mean, the problem is that these two don't work well with the speed control. So I don't really know that Trick Room's great on this team in general, but like Trick Room's good when the enemy is really fast usually. Maybe I do go Corv. You know, we're gonna go Farigiraf, Garchomp, Tyranitar. Farigiraf is gonna be more of like helping hand, foul play for the Basculegion. Alright, let's see. We're gonna see Sableye, Basculegion. This isn't a bad lead to have our Farigiraf, because it stops the Sableye from being able to do anything, and then we can foul play this Basculegion. I don't know if I should double the Basculegion, though. The Sableye doesn't bother me at all. So I'm gonna Basculegion. Basculegion. I think we double it. Oh, it's light screen Sableye. I have seen that this is getting popular. Screen Sableye. We're gonna see the flip turn from the Basculegion. Alright. I almost wonder if it was worth Trick Rooming here. Is it gonna be Duraludon or Archulodon? Yeah, Archulodon. This is the team I think that Aaron Zhang recently did a video, and I didn't watch it, so I'm not for sure on that. Stamina boost, yeah. This is gonna be an issue. So I was gonna switch into T-Tar. I think I switched Garchomp in here. We get the foul play. It's gonna have 2 stamina boosts, but it is really low. Not really low, it's like at 50%. And the Sableye is gonna reflect is the issue. The Sableye is in fact gonna reflect, and that is an issue for me specifically. I'm just gonna Mega Evolve Earthquake, try and get as much damage on this Archulodon as I can, and then switch into the Rotom. He's gonna take like no damage from Earthquake, unfortunately. I think we're just gonna lose the Archulodon. I'm trying to think, because there's Sinestcha to heal it, but outside of that, it shouldn't have any healing. I don't know what item it's carrying. Maybe White Herb? So we can Draco twice. Mega Garchomp out here. I guess I could have Draco Meteored it at this range. That might have been the better play. I mean, the light screen's up with Sableye, right? So we're kind of in a pickle no matter what. That is something I didn't mention in the first, or in the team building thing, or the team review thing, is this Mega Garchomp is carrying Draco Meteor, and that's specifically to kill other Garchomps. No Flash Cannon into Garchomp, though. That's interesting. That is interesting. At this point, we do Draco Meteor 100% of the time. Yeah, we might get Willowed here, but we're gonna Draco and Discharge. Rain Dance, so he might be Electro-Shotting my Rotom, then. That's fine. If he's doing that, he's taking time away from getting rid of my Garchomp, which I will take. Oh, wow. That just kills. That's perfect. Don't underestimate Draco Meteor from Mega Garchomp, because Mega Garchomp does get a special attack increase. And that's partially why I put Draco Meteor on it. See if we can paralyze the Sableye. So the Sableye has shown screens and rain. Do we think it has Will-O-Wisp? And if that's the case, if we just leave the Sableye alone and get rid of everything else, it can't do anything. Huh. Dragonite is going to come out, though, for my opponent. I do want to get a discharge off on this Dragonite, so I'm going to protect Garchomp here. And discharge. I want to try and paralyze this Dragonite. And break its multi-scale. This Protect will also let us know what the Sableye last move is, because it hasn't used all of its moves yet, and it doesn't really have anything else to do. Dragonite comes out. Mega Dragonite, I should say. Garchomp protects. Sableye's last move is Quash. Alright. Dragonite did go for Draco Meteor, but into our Rotom. I do live it pretty easily. We get our Citrus Berry. Now we get to just discharge for free. I could have double attacked that Dragonite. Get the paralysis on Dragonite, please. I got it on Sableye, so probably didn't get it on Dragonite. Yep, but Dragonite's -2. I'm gonna switch in Tyranitar here. And then with Rotom, I'll Volt Switch off of the Sableye. Alright. Get Garchomp out, bring back in the bring in the Tyranitar for the first time, I should say. Sandstream up. Sableye quashes Rotom again. Rotom will live. Dragonite goes for another Draco. Who is it into this time? It's into Tyranitar. Kind of figured he was going after Garchomp this time since he's -2. Tyranitar's going to eat that up. We get the Volt Switch off on the Sableye, which doesn't kill it, but I think Sandstorm does. So I think we've gotten rid of Rain. So Basculegion should be coming back in. And bring in the Farigiraf. Probably should have brought in Garchomp. Sableye does go down. Alright. Light screen wears off. The Reflect's still up for a turn, isn't it? Reflect is still up for a turn. I'm gonna... God, this Dragonite is so weak, I don't really care about it right now. I'm gonna knock off the Basculegion and foul play the Basculegion. It can't really last for specs here, because my Farigiraf's immune and Tyranitar resists. This Dragonite is -4 right now. And nothing to switch into, so... Wave Crash from the Basculegion probably into Farigiraf, yeah. Farigiraf holds on with 15 HP. That's crazy. Also, that's got to be Choice Scarf Basculegion, because I'm Choice Scarf Tyranitar. Alright, Basculegion dead. Let's see. Was it Choice? Will it tell me even though it died? It should. Yes, it was Choice Scarf Basculegion. Flamethrower from Dragonite into Tyranitar? Why? Trying to burn, maybe? We'll get the foul play off. Doesn't do a ton. Sandstorm damage. Farigiraf holds on at 1 HP. The Reflect is going to wear off, and my opponent forfeits. I was really worried with that Archulodon, but we were able to get through it. Again, don't sleep on Draco Meteor from Garchomp. It's good. Mega Garchomp, I should say. I mean, even normal Garchomp can get away with Draco Meteor. It's not as good, obviously, because of the special attack increase that Mega Garchomp gets. But, just taking my headphones off. Sorry for any noise that was happening there. But yeah. Excuse me. The plan there, if my opponent hadn't forfeited, I was going to switch out Tyranitar, because I was Choice Scarfed into knockoff. Bring in Rotom, and then Farigiraf, assumably dies there. Bring back in Tyranitar. I can Volt Switch as well, bring in Garchomp, and then we're just in a winning position there. So Garchomp can Draco Meteor, Tyranitar can either Ice Punch or Rock Slide. We are all set. So, let's move on. Our next opponent has a very... not very... I mean... Mousehold is, like, good, but you don't see it a ton. Even Mega Gardevoir, it's one of those Pokemon that's good, you just don't see it a ton. Because there are just other Mega, especially with things like Sneasler running around. Speaking of, my opponent has Sneasler. Also Incineroar, Aerodactyl, and King Gambit. 2 Fake Out users, 1 Intimidator. The Sneasler makes me want to bring Farigiraf. I'm going to bring Farigiraf. Do we go Farigiraf or Rotom again? Because Rotom threatens the Incineroar. It threatens the Incineroar and the Aerodactyl. So I'm going to bring the Rotom. And then the boys in the back, I think. Boys. I think we do that. Yeah, let's run it. Let's run it. Gardevoir is obviously going to be our biggest issue. Let's see. It's going to be Gardevoir and Tandem. Mousehold. I keep wanting to say Tandem Mouse. I don't know why. Farigiraf and Rotom. We're going to see the Armor Tail. That's fine. I could set up Trick Room here. The problem is also our Garchomp is jolly, so it is fast. But Mega Gardevoir should outspeed, and I think Tandem Mouse also outspeeds. So I kind of just want to set up Trick Room and Volt Switch on the mouse. It is Mega Guard. Mega Gardevoir is in fact here. Oh, slow taunt. I see you. I see you. I forget that thing gets taunt sometimes. Hyper Voice. Doesn't even bring Rotom down to Citrus. So we're going to Volt Switch off the Tandem Mouse. And Farigiraf, unfortunately, is going to do nothing here. I'm bringing Gojira. Tyranitar. And can't use Trick Room. I have thought about putting the Mental Herb on Farigiraf because people are starting to work around Farigiraf. What do I do about this? Farigiraf. Wow, they just yelled at the same time and it scared me. I guess I'll foul play the Tandem Mouse. I'm just gonna Rock Slide here. I'm just gonna come what may with Tyranitar. It probably just dies to Hyper Voice, but maybe we can flinch. Super Fang from the Tandem Mouse into the Farigiraf. That's fine. Flinch, we got it. We got the flinch. That's why we run Choice Scarf Rock Slide. Foul play is not enough to KO Mouse. But the next Rock Slide should. The next Rock Slide should. So I'm going to Foul Play into the Guard this time, and we're going to Rock Slide again. Rock Slide gets rid of Mouse. Can we flinch? Can we flinch the Guard? If not, we're kind of in a pickle. Nope. Tyranitar does hold on. Tyranitar does in fact hold on. I'm gonna bring in my Garchomp, and if I don't Mega Evolve, actually I can't remember. I cannot remember what Mega Gardevoir's base speed is. Let's look it up quick. It's probably gonna F with the recording, but we do with that. It's freaking Incineroar. Never mind. Never mind, mate. Well, hold on. No. Not never mind. Gardevoir. Where's your Mega Evolution? Your base speed is 100, so Garchomp should outspeed. The problem is... Okay, I'm double attacking here. Incineroar fakes out Garchomp. Alright. Rock Slide. This is why we double attacked. Guard doesn't go down, but we need it to flinch. We need it to flinch here. Damn it. Okay, we just lose. And Garchomp didn't avoid with Sandveil. Yep. We got put in that position, unfortunately. If we would have brought in Rotom, instead of Tyranitar, we might have been able to eep and eke our way out of there, but unfortunately that's just a forfeit. Unfortunately, that's just a forfeit. That sucks. Okay, so we do know now that normal Garchomp outspeeds Mega Guard. On. Because Garchomp dips below base 100, I think, right? Because Mega Gardevoir is base 100. So that's why Garchomp outspeeds. Normal Garchomp is 101, I want to say. It's 102. And Mega Garchomp's 92. Yeah, it loses 10 points when it Mega Evolves, so. Unfortunately, we just couldn't really touch guard, even if we didn't get faked out. I guess I could have protected there. But the idea was I didn't know who Incineroar was faking out, right? So, anyway, we got another fairy to deal with. We got Aerodactyl, Mega Floette, Garchomp, Basculegion, King Gambit, Gyarados. Gyarados, you say. 2 water types. Makes Tyranitar a sad child. Corviknight isn't bad here, actually. Corviknight's actually really good. Like, it's times like this I wish I'd body press on Corviknight, but Corviknight just has so many good moves. I think we lead it. We lead Corv. And Iron Head, actually having Iron Head here is going to be really good for the Floette and the Aerodactyl. So we lead Corv. I think we bring Machagacha next to Corv? Or do we Garchomp next to Corv? Or do we T-Tar next to Corv? Maybe I go like that? Garchomp, Tyranitar, and then I can switch Corv in an Earthquake if we're in a good position. The thing I worry about is Gyarados leading. Maybe go like that instead, and then the Machagacha. No, then the Rotom. As much as I would like the Machagacha, there's too many water types not to have Rotom. And by too many water types that not have Rotom instead of Sinestcha, it's the Gyarados, basically. Basically, it's the Gyarados. And the Basculegion also, last respect. Okay, he did lead Gyarados. I'm glad I didn't lead Garchomp then. Or no, I did lead Garchomp. Oops. I meant Tyranitar. But we bounced the Intimidate back at him with Corviknight at least. And the Floette being here is good for us. So I think I just Tailwind. And bring in Rotom. So scare out the Gyarados. I mean, do I want the Gyarados scared out as a thing? We're gonna see Mega Floette. Probably Moonblast into Rotom. I thought about just Iron Heading it, but there's a Moonblast. Take one pretty easily. Ooh, I wouldn't say easily, but I did take it. Get the Citrus Berry and no drop, which is good. Gyarados taunts, though. I should have Iron Headed your stupid flower. Okay. Everybody's running taunt these days, huh? Alright, Iron Head into Floette. Volt Switch into Gyarados. Gyarados gonna withdraw. The Trainer is their name, huh? Garchomp. I'm just getting outplayed. I'm just getting outplayed. Floette outsped anyway. This is fine. I say this is fine. It's not really, but Iron Head, spot. Okay, decent damage. But Floette does outspeed. We know this now. I could go I'm gonna go T-Tar and just punch him. You won't see this coming. I do worry about Gyarados switching in where Floette is, so I'm gonna Brave Bird that spot. And then we're just gonna Ice Punch this Garchomp. Because he could Earthquake here. He could think he's slick and switch the Floette for Gyarados and then Earthquake. Yep. Because he thinks my Corv isn't going to do anything. I wish Mirror Armor bounced into both mons. That'd be great. Ice Punch might not kill now, but does decent damage. And we freeze. You thought you were an Earthquake. You're an idiot. Oh no, he's got a Long Berry. Why? Why is everything just against me, dude? Earthquake, does this kill me, though? Nope. Get the Brave Bird. Now, I could very much see Garchomp protecting here. Okay, my taunt does wear off. I could see the Garchomp protecting, the Gyarados just going for Waterfall. So I think it's what I do. I'm going to Tailwind again. I'm doing it, boys. I'm switching my own Garchomp. Hope the Sand Veil covers me. I'm really thinking because he saw my Tyranitar outsped him, he's going to protect. And then try to get rid of me with Gyarados. Just at least my thought process here. Or Garchomp switches for Floette. One of the two. Okay, I switch into my Garchomp. I have Sand Veil, and it's never helped me before. Okay, Garchomp does withdraw for Basculegion. Okay. Gyarados Thunder Waves into my Corviknight this time. Okay. Interesting. Slows me down. But I do get Tailwind off. I do, in fact, get Tailwind off. And Corviknight can kind of just sit here, right? I'm going to Brave Bird into the Basculegion. We're going to Mega Evolve Garchomp and Rock Slide. We Mega Evolve Garchomp and Rock Slide, get our Sand Force boost, our attack boost as a Mega Garchomp. We're in Tailwind, so we'll outspeed the Gyarados. And the Basculegion, hopefully. I could only assume. I assume this is Choice Scarf Basculegion. My poor Corviknight, he has no frame rate. Or she, sorry. Lenore. I have like 1,000 Corviknights in this game now, just because. Oh. Who switches in? Floette. Interesting. Your Floette is pretty dead, I hope. Gyarados does not switch. We've seen Thunder Wave, we've seen Taunt, so I assume it doesn't have Ice Fang. It probably just has Waterfall. Rock Slide KOs it anyway. KOs the Floette as well. Whoo! That's that Sand Force boost, baby. So no more Intimidates, which is really nice. And we have our Tailwind up. Okay, leftovers. And the forfeit. Dude, Corviknight carried that game. It may not have looked like it, but Corviknight just being there and not being able to be moved carried that game. That's crazy, dude. How many games have we played? Have we played 3 or 2? Did I just erase a loss from my memory? Because that might be the case. That might be the case. Yeah, because we're not on a streak. I'm pretty sure we lost the previous game. Yeah, we did. Okay. Let's see if we can get one more. One more good one here. Celsius. Chandelure, Megalop, Meowscarada, Oranguru. Oranguru being here is weird. I guess it's just sitting there to instruct late, because the rest of the team really doesn't work in Trick Room. I mean, Primarina can, and Chandelure can, but then also Weavile. I could go for Rigraff. I could. It's not going to like the Weavile, but everything else is fine with. The Weavile, I'm pretty sure, comes just because of my team in general. The Meowscarada beats up on my poor Farigiraf too, unfortunately. I might have to go Corv? Corviknight. It might be a Corv Rotom lead again with the boys in the back. We might just not be bringing Machagacha at all here. Or did we bring Machagacha at one point? I don't remember. I do not remember. Yeah, Farigiraf just doesn't like this team. It's the Oranguru that's going to be weird to deal with if we don't bring Farigiraf or Matcha. But again, it's not. I'm not worried about Trick Room from the Oranguru because his team is just so fast. Or their team. Sorry, I don't know their agenda. They're playing a male character though, so we're going to say he from now on. Just like I assume they say she if they see my character. Oranguru Primarina, so it might be Trick Room coming out here. Primarina may as well protect here. Oranguru gets inner focus. I'm going to double the Oranguru and see if I can get rid of it here. I think we have to go for Hydro Pump if we're going to try and get rid of it. Yeah, we're just going to double attack, and these two can stay in against a Primarina. That's fine. Ooh, I like Oranguru's animations in the game. I haven't seen them yet. I do want to use them, though. I love Oranguru. Oranguru Mega Camerupt. Slick. Alright, no protect, so I could have Thunderbolted the hell out of that Primarina. Corviknight, can you finish this? I don't think you can. Oranguru avoids his Bright Powder Oranguru. We're going to see the Moonblast into the... Oh, God, that did a lot. That was a crit. Come on. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? Trick Room? No Psychic. Okay. I'll take that. So if you're going to do that, I'm going to double your Primarina this time. Iron Head. Ooh. I don't have Thunderbolt. I forgot I don't have Thunderbolt. Actually, if I'm just going to be attacking an Iron Head is neutral anyway, I'm going to Brave Bird the Primarina, and we'll switch to Primarina. If he protects here, you got me good. I really thought he was going to protect Trick Room there, but did not do that, so. Not protecting still. Get the Volt Switch. Doesn't do as much as I would like. That did not do as much as I would like. I'm going to bring a Tyranitar, expecting a Moonblast and a Psychic. And it also gets up my Sandstorm for future turns. Corviknight brings Primarina down to 1 HP. So close. So it does get the Moonblast off. Primarina is going to faint here, though. Oh my god. That's the thing without running any bulk into... It crit me again, dude! I don't know if Tyranitar would have lived that, if it was a crit or not. I don't have any investment, so maybe it wouldn't have, but... that really sucks. Alright. Primarina faints now, though. So Garchomp has free reign in here. As far as I know, I can't remember his team. No, because there's Lopunny, there's Weavile. Lots of bad things. I would have loved to have Tyranitar, though, for a lot of them. But who, in fact, comes out is the question. We have Garchomp and Weavile. It is, in fact, Weavile. Alright, so I Iron Head this Weavile for sure. And then I protect my Garchomp. Because I'm not getting Icicle Crashed. No thank you. Or Triple Axle, whatever this Weavile... Whatever Weaviles run these days. Fake Out went into Garchomp. Iron Head should do a ton of damage to Weavile. Almost KOs it. I don't know that Sandstorm gets him. Psychic will go into Corviknight. No special defense drop, which is what I was worried about. Of course it lives on 1 HP. Why wouldn't it live on 1 HP? That'd be dumb. Weavile, I'm pretty sure outspeeds Garchomp. I'm going to Roost with Corviknight, because he's starting to get down there. And then I bring in Rotom. I bring in Rotom to take the ice attack here from the Weavile. I am wasting a lot of my sand turns, but Like, the Oranguru can't do anything by itself. There's Triple Axle. Does it get all 3? It does. And Rotom dies to it. That's fine. He says, not convincing himself. Roost. Bring me back to full, and then another Psychic from the Oranguru. I don't know why Oranguru's on this team. I love not getting drops. It's very cool and very fun. Oranguru is now under 50. And I get to bring Garchomp back in for free. There's a lot of mons that threaten this Garchomp, though, unfortunately. If it's Meowscarada, though, we're not in a bad spot. It's Lop. It is Mega Lop. What I'm going to do here is Tailwind and Protect. Tailwind, Protect. So Lopunny, I think, can't really do anything to me. Like, it could close combat me, but that just makes it weak to my Brave Bird. But I expect it to fake out Garchomp here. Or just try to Ice Punch me off a rip. Yeah, this is just another game where Corviknight just isn't being touched. That's why Corviknight can be so strong. Is because its Steel and Flying typing just make it really good defensively. Where only things like Electric and Fire type moves are good against it. So as soon as you don't have that for Corviknight, it kind of just sits there. It's kind of like our Chaludon in that way. Fake Out does go into the Corviknight, which kind of sucks. I flinch. Oranguru tries to encore my Garchomp into what? What were you trying to encore me into there, buddy? I guess I Brave Bird the Lopunny. Mega Evolve Earthquake. I'm gonna Mega Evolve an Earthquake. Because the Lopunny has to make a decision here. Does it want to get rid of my Garchomp, or does it want to try and start whittling down my Corviknight? I'm surprised Sand's still up with how much I've been dinking around, you know? It seems like Trick Room never is long enough, but every time I've been playing the Sandstorm, it's like, it just lasts forever. Missed the last one! This guy hits every Triple Axle every time. It's insane. Brave Bird, I'm hoping just KOs Lop because it's super effective. Yeah, and we've seen this Oranguru can't do anything to me, so I'm not worried about it. We crit the Lop. I don't think it mattered. Oranguru instructs nobody. So Oranguru has Instruct, Psychic, Encore. What's your last move? What's your last move, gang? Yeah, I keep thinking everybody's running Ice Punch on their Pokemon, but I forget I guess Triple Axle is better if you hit them all, but that is the risk you run. And Corv, he's out here critting everybody now, too. Very nice. Alright. Well, Corviknight put up more of a showing than Mega Garchomp did, but Mega Garchomp had that big Draco in the first game, so I'm pretty happy with that showing from our boys, our squad, our gang, our gals and guys, I should say. So, thank you guys so much for joining today, whichever time you're watching this. If you want to try the team out for yourself again, the code is in the description below. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.